cocaine.
Second half, neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
You know, when something works for you, you stay with it. The Heat saw after the 2012 finals that small ball was very effective for them. You can see why they chose to do that, given how hard it is to find a power forward that can match up with LeBron. Makes good sense.
And stolen by Chalmers. In transition, here comes Miami. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
That's not what they needed there, that's for sure.
Magic leading by 4, and mismatches really are what make an NBA offense go at times. Not only can Miami overpower you, Steve, you know, with their sheer talent, but if you're trying to guard a perimeter play with a big, you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, some people still see small ball as a gimmick, but you know, for Miami, it's different because you've got LeBron James playing the power forward. So it's not really small ball. He can rebound, he can defend, he can do everything. And so the Heat become a nightmare to guard at the other end, and you can rarely take advantage of them offensively.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And that hard work on the boards needs to continue. That could be what swings this game eventually. Nice soft touch to drop that one in.
Nelson against Chalmers. Harris, right side. He kicks to Davis. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Well, Tobias Harris last season, guys, sent from Milwaukee to Orlando at the trade deadline. I like this young man's game. He went from a reserve role to starter's minutes and remained very effective.
The 3 from LeBron. It's rebounded by Vucevic. Orlando's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Doubled by Bosch. Nelson dishes to a Flalo. Back to Nelson. Passes it to Harris. Clock at 6. Offline with his 3. And back to Tobias Harris, now in his 3rd season in the league and still just 21 years of age.
And he's the player that Orlando insisted on in that trade with J.J. Redick. So the versatility they like, the ability to have the skill set of a 3, but also be able to guard a 4. That type of kind of hybrid forward has become very popular in the NBA these days.
LeBron drives in, lays it up, and despite of the excellent defensive bat, LeBron's got 13 points.
Tell you what, LeBron can absolutely soar in for the finish. I remember last year, the alley-oop in the conference finals against Indiana just almost put his head on the rim.
Air freight is a nickname we could dub LeBron James. I mean, he's an unstoppable force and an immovable object. Defensively, the strength, length, mobility.
Man, that was unreal. Mark it up.
Clark, 3rd quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug of war. Back and forth we go.
Yeah, both teams playing well. Neither club able to pull away.
Miami trailing. Mathieu outside. Lets it go from deep. No luck. The Magic have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the 3rd quarter. And it's Harris off the drive. Good, and a nice assist from Nelson. Harris has got 4 this quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. So for the Magic, Andrew Nicholson, he's checked in for Vucevic, and Maurice Marcus subbed in for Tobias Harris. 3 minutes gone now in the 3rd quarter. Here's Wade. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, if you just look at the numbers without knowing who Dwayne Wade was, you'd think he was probably 6'7" or 6'8", but the way he blocks shots and rebounds, even at 6'4", he just plays much bigger than he really is.
Both free throws good from Wade. And you go back, Clark, to that big man game for Wade, averaging about a block shot a game for his career.
Well, you think about it, he's 6'5", but he actually has a 6'11" wingspan, and you're not going to find a stronger guy at the shooting guard position. He's over 220 pounds, and there's nothing extra there, so he brings a lot to the table.
Rejected by Harkless.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
Nelson off the pick for Nicholson. And there's the pass to Oladipo. Miami grabs the miss.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out. Boy, it was a tough year for the Magic last season. They found no salvation here in Orlando either. They were dreadful at home and had the fewest home court wins of any team in the league. Tough pill for the fans there to swallow.
Wade against Maxiel. Can't connect from short range.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go around.
And Harkless slams it in.
I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started and a better job finishing it off.
And the Heat call time here. And that home record of the Magic's that you mentioned, Clark, a paltry 12-29. So, Steve, that being said, a big part of why they ended with the fewest wins in the entire league. Why?
Well, I mean, if you can't defend your home court, good luck to you. But the big thing is just not enough talent. I mean, it's a team that is in full-blown rebuilding mode, and last year was kind of the initial season in that campaign, and it obviously showed.
Wade passes to Cole. LeBron trains the three-pointer. LeBron's got 16 points.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
And Oladipo kicks to Harkless. He passes to Harris. Ball's not loose. Feeds to Harkless. 6 on the shot clock. Alfaro goes in. Cole with the rebound. Miami's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Down low, Anderson.
Talking about Chris Anderson, guys, the Birdman. We weren't sure if he was going to be able to fly last season, but he did latch on with a very good Miami Heat team who was in need of some help rebounding, which is his strength. He still can do that and block shots as well.
Vucevic checked in for Orlando. Davis comes in for Maurice Harkless. Magic shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. And it's Harris off the drive. Gets it to go. Harris has got 15 points.
And he's made the most of his chances, hasn't he? He really needs to continue to work for those good looks.
And the Birdman, a fan favorite from his days in Denver. The tattoos, his kinetic style of play, certainly drawing attention.
Well, he's an athletic presence inside at both ends of the floor. Defensively, who can slide his feet and block shots. And offensively, he's a guy who kind of hangs out on the weak side and finishes plays by catching and dunking.
Some really terrific numbers for Harris. He has 15 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
Going forward, I think it'd be a good idea to let him spend a little more time behind the arc. He looks like he has a nice touch from out there.
And the Magic making a change here. Nelson's checked in.
You know, no denying it's been a heck of a run the last few years for the Heat, but you can't help but wonder if the impending 2014 summer of free agency could be the end of it all. The big three came together in a flash of lightning, it seemed, but it could end just as fast if one or all decide to opt out.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. The dish to Aflalo. He feeds it to Harris. Nelson outside. Goes up on the wing. No good off the back of the rim.
That's one he knows he should have made.
It's all tied in Orlando. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter roll.